You know, usually when we walk down a school corridor or like an office hallway, we just completely tune out the ceiling.
Right, yeah, you glance up and see maybe acoustic tiles or a fluorescent light, and you just keep walking.
Exactly. You just expect the building to sit there like a passive container. But if you look a little closer at the hardware, quietly hanging above your head, you realize that container is actually looking back at you. So welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah, today's mission is exploring this hidden in plain sight infrastructure that you have probably walked past a million times but never truly noticed.
Right. And specifically, we're looking at the Advanced Network Devices IPCDS-RWB-U, double-sided LED IP display.
That is a mouthful.
I know.
But it is a commercial device you can get from places like HD TV Supply.
Yeah.
And at first glance, well, it just looks like your standard digital clock.
Yeah, or like a scrolling hallway ticker,
Yeah.
right? But okay, let's unpack this. Because calling this a simple clock really misses the mark. It is essentially a smartphone disguised as a hallway fixture.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it is packing a massive amount of integrated tech.
Which makes sense when you realize a single unit retails around $1,800. So to understand that price tag, we first need to look at what it physically blasts into the space around it.
Right, so the sensory output is your first clue. Visually, it has this auto-dimming, multi-color scrolling text and pixel graphic display.
I think it spans like one or two lines.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. And it is highly viewable up to 40 feet away. The physical design is actually incredibly deliberate, too.
How so?
Well, the screen is specifically angled to reduce glare. Plus, it uses a universal mount, so building managers can just drop it from the ceiling or stick it to any wall, so it's always right in your direct line of sight.
Okay, so making sure you can see it is one thing, but the audio is what really gets me. You were looking at two 4-inch high-efficiency speakers built right into this thing,
Yeah, one on each side.
and each one covers up to 600 square feet. I mean, that is 1,200 total square feet of audio coverage. Why on earth does a hallway ticker need to be that loud? It feels like hiding a concert-grade PA system inside a clock.
Well, what's fascinating here is the psychological impact of all that.
Okay.
You pair that massive audio footprint with its onboard LED flashers. It has a red, a white, and a blue flasher, and they are all individually controlled.
Oh, wow.
Right, so the sheer volume combined with those specific targeted light patterns ensures that an emergency alert or a mass notification simply cannot be ignored by anyone in the vicinity.
So it just forcibly cuts through the chaos of a crowded hallway.
Exactly. But pumping out all that light and sound is impressive, sure. The real magic, though, is the brain feeding it information.
Right, because an alarm is useless if it goes off at the wrong time. So how does this device actually know when to trigger lockdown?
Well, this isn't just a screen receiving a one-way broadcast over a wire. It is a fully functioning SIP-enabled node on the building's telecom network.
An SIP is Session Initiation Protocol, which is essentially the language internet phones use, right?
You got it. Being SIP-enabled means it interfaces seamlessly with VoIP phone systems.
Wow.
It even has a built-in microphone for hands-free two-way intercom use.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though, because it goes beyond just talking. It features general-purpose inputs and outputs.
Right, the GPIO pins.
Yeah, and these allow the display to connect to physical peripherals around it, like strobes or motion sensors or call buttons, and, wait, even electronic door locks.
Yes, it can actually control door locks.
Wait, really? Why does a scrolling LED sign need to connect to an electronic lock?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Because it has an onboard web server interface and diagnostic software that integrates with third-party mass notification platforms.
Right, okay.
So when an emergency is triggered, a signal travels through the network directly to the clock's relays, which then drops the physical lock on the door.
That is wild.
Yeah.
It is less like a sign and more like a digital bouncer that not only yells at you, but can actually physically trap you in a hallway to secure an area.
Exactly. You have to stop thinking of it as just a display. It is really a facility's central nervous system. A building manager has total environmental control and life safety monitoring from a single centralized node.
So for you listening right now, this means you should probably care a bit more about the ceiling, because the buildings you navigate every day are watching, listening, and communicating in ways you probably never realized.
Yeah, that passive container is actually a highly active, hyper-connected machine.
Which leaves us with a pretty massive question to ponder. If our simple everyday hallway displays are this hyper-connected today, capable of two-way audio and literally locking doors, what role will these past fixtures play as we move toward fully automated smart cities?